Consider the following: the unitary character of the constitution, rule of law, welfare state, strict separation of state from religion, absolute power of parliament to amend the constitution, republican nature. Which among the above are not the elements of basic structure of the Indian constitution? So what is actually basic structure? So nothing but there are certain basic principles or elements or basic philosophies under our constitution that cannot be altered or that cannot be amended even by the parliament. That is what mean by basic structure. Okay, and the constitution does not define what is a basic structure. This doctrine was invoked by Supreme Court in which case? Kesavananda Bharati case. In the Kesavananda Bharati case, Supreme Court said that in our constitution there are so and so basic elements. You cannot alter that even by the way of amendment. That is what mean by basic structure. So among these six, through various Supreme Court verdicts only we came to know that so and so forms the basic structure. Okay, so among these six, which of the following is not basic structure we have to find out. Okay, unitary character of the constitution. Yes, that is not a basic structure. Okay, why? Because federal principle or federal character is mentioned as a basic structure under constitution and unitary character is not a basic structure. Clear? Rule of law. Yes, in India we follow rule of law and that can be considered as a basic structure. 2 is right, 2 is a basic structure. Welfare state, that is also a basic structure. Strict separation of state from religion, that is nowhere mentioned as a basic structure through Supreme Court verdicts. So that is also not a basic structure. Absolute power of parliament to amend the constitution. No, it is the limited power of parliament to amend the constitution is a basic structure. I repeat once again, the parliament has a limited power and that limited power of parliament to amend the constitution is a basic structure and this is not. What about this? Republican nature is also a basic structure. Clear? And since we have to find out not the elements of basic structure, 1, 4 and 5 should be our answer. 1, 4 and 5. That is option B is the right answer to this question. Okay. Which among the following is not the most appropriate function of Public Account Committee of the Parliament? This question is regarding Public Account Committee. See, when you go through any of the parliamentary committees, not down its membership. Okay, then how the members are elected or nominated, their tenure, whether minister can be a member of the committee or not. It's regarding chairman, its important powers and functions as well as its limitations. These things you should note on. Based on this only UPSC frame questions. So regarding Public Account Committee, it consists of 22 members. That is 15 from Lok Sabha and 7 from Rajya Sabha. They are elected through a system called proportional representation by means of single transferable vote system. Tenure is 1 year. Minister cannot be a member. Okay, and normally a member of opposition is appointed as the chairman. They have various functions as well as limitations. So here the function is as here. Which of the following is not the most appropriate function? A. To examine the government policy on public account. To examine the finance account of the union government laid before the parliament. To examine the audit reports of Comptroller and Auditor General of India. To examine the account of state corporations. Here B, C and D are the functions of Public Account Committee and they have no role to examine the government policy. That is, the Public Account Committee does not have the power to examine a government policy. So that is answer to this question. The remaining B, C and D are the functions of Public Account Committee only. Okay. Next one, consider the following statements. Only those citizens who pay tax either to the government of India or to the government of any state are eligible to vote in the elections to Lok Sabha. To widen the electorate, the voting age was reduced to 18 from the earlier 21 by the 61st Amendment Act. Find out the correct statement. See, there is no such tax paying criteria. Tax paying is not a criteria to get the right of voting here. Okay, see, normally a person who has crossed 18 years of age and have enrolled his name in the electoral roll is eligible to vote in the election except the disqualification made by the parliament. Okay, except for their disqualification criteria, any citizen who have crossed 18 years of age and enter their name in the electoral roll is eligible to vote. And there is no such criteria regarding payment of taxes. So statement number 1 can be considered as a wrong statement. Regarding 2, to widen the electorate, the voting age was reduced to 18 from earlier 21 by the 61st Amendment. Exactly. Earlier the voting age was 21 and through 61st Amendment Act only that was reduced to 18. So 2 is a correct statement, 1 is a wrong statement. So answer becomes option B, that is 2 only. Clear? Abolition of untouchability under Indian Constitution can be best understood as a means to promote social equality, political equality, economic equality, religious equality. So, abolition of untouchability, what we can promote here is asked. So, actually first we must know what is untouchability. See, it is nothing but a social disability. Untouchability is nothing but a social disability imposed upon a person just because he or she is born in a particular caste. Just because of membership of a member in a particular class, so and so social disabilities are imposed upon that concerned person. That is what we call untouchability. And just imagine, if you try to abolish untouchability, all those social disabilities can be removed, which promotes what? Social equality. Currently, from the status of social inequality, the status can be upgraded and we can promote what? Social equality. See here, there can be some confusion. Why not the other options? See the question. Can be best understood. Okay, so from among these 4 options, this is the best answer to this question, that is option A, social equality. Clear? Which one of the following statements is not correct? To contest in the elections to the upper house of a state legislature, a candidate must have attained a minimum of 30 years of age. To vote for elections to the upper house of the parliament, a voter must have attained 25 years of age. Select the answer using the code below, and the question says that which one of the following statements is or are not correct. So we have to find out the not correct one. To contest in the elections to the upper house, that is to a Rajya Sabha election, a candidate must attain 30 years of age. That is a correct statement only. To contest Rajya Sabha election, see, to contest the upper house, whether it is Rajya Sabha or Legislative Council of a state, minimum age required is 30. To contest a lower house, Lok Sabha or Legislative Assembly, the minimum age is 25. To contest election for president or for vice president, the minimum age is 35. To contest the Panchayat municipality elections, minimum age is 21. So the age qualification you please keep in mind. So statement number 1 is correct here. Why? To contest in the elections to the upper house of a state legislature, a candidate must have attained minimum of 30 years of age. That is a correct statement. The second one. To vote for the elections to the upper house of the parliament. What is upper house of the parliament? Rajya Sabha. To vote for the elections, a voter must have attained 25 years of age. Who votes for the Rajya Sabha elections? It is elected MLAs. So MLAs are the voters of elections to the upper house of the parliament. So the minimum age of MLA should be what? 25. So the to vote for the elections to the upper house of the parliament, a voter must have attained minimum of 25 years of age. That is also a correct statement. Since we have to find out the non-correct one, and since both the statements are correct, our answer becomes option D here. Clear?